So, first let me describe how I've spent the last 3 summers. Live in Ohio. Be camp counselor at Innawoods Camp in Hocking Hills region of southern Ohio. Clear Creek Valley is one of the most biodiverse areas in the entire world. Not kidding. More than some rainforests. Nearest civilization is town of Rockbridge, tiny, many miles away. Everyone lives in cabins with no air conditioning, power, or lights. I'm assigned to the older boys, because I'm better with the bushcraft. Teach them battening, fire building, debris huts, edible plants, the works. One night every week, we camp out, use the skills, and sleep under the stars. Every week, each cabin has to do a camp improvement project, chores. Little kids pull weeds on what few, unpaved, barely maintained, paths we have. Big kids, 14 to 17, use saws, rakes, and shovels to clear out new campsites, or refurbish old ones. There's always been a rivalry between the older boys and girls, especially among the counselors. That's the camp. It's a nice place. I'm there for 6 weeks every summer, but the kids only stay for 1-week sessions. After 3 years of romping through the forests there, I know the place like the back of my hand. There's still some places I haven't been, but they are few and far between. As a side note, every counselor has a camp name so campers can't find us on Facebook and stuff. I'm Hawkeye. My friends in the story are Turkey, certified EMT and my co-counselor. Magenta, old friend / engineering student. Khaleesi, Bizina student. Magenta and Khaleesi are counselors for the older girls, Turkey and I are counselors for the older boys. Be last week of camp. Everyone happy to be going home. What camp improvement projects don't get done have to be done by counselors after camp is done, but before they can leave. To hell with that. Turkey, Magenta, Khaleesi and I all agree to have our kids do all of the hard chores so we don't have to do them alone. We clean up a campsite on the side of a hill called Black Feather. The girls clean up a site called Human Nature. They're bragging because it hasn't been used in around 20 years, camp is 90+ years old, and we will finally get it up and going again. I'm a bit jealous because I've never been to that site. The only clue as to where it is a dotted line on a 30-year-old hand-drawn map indicating a shitty trail. Magenta says she knows where it is. I think she's bluffing, but she's a smart girl. I figure if anyone could find it, it'd be her. Next day. Head to Black Feather. Find box tortoise and explain tortoise versus turtle. A tree has fallen right in the campsite. Go gadget saw. Greater than 15 teenage boys attack the fallen tree, 1 foot diameter, with hacksaws. That bitch didn't know what hit it. Show them how to split wood. Black Feather will have firewood for many years. Return to camp. Now it's time to select overnight spots. Magenta has a smug grin on her face, looks me in the eye, and says we're going to Human Nature. What do you think about that? Never been there. Where is it? It's in the valley, a new part of the forest. We found where the fire ring was, but all the rocks were strewn about. That's weird. Nah. Walks away. Turkey comes up to me and says that he let a younger cabin take Black Feather, as it's not too far a hike for them. Where are we staying? Tatanka. I was very excited because there is a very cool clearing right by Tatanka, perfect for astronomy. It's right on top of a hill, so it's a tough hike, but that makes the food taste so much better. Next day, overnight day. 15 boys plus 2 counselors. We made hamburgers on a grate that we carried up, 7 pounds of meat to divide. We ate like kings. Campfire jacks for dessert. Basically tinfoil wrapped tortilla with chocolate and marshmallow inside. Uh-oh. Person who packed the food gave us no tortillas. I'm fine with going without, but some of the guys were looking forward to them. Don't worry guys, I'll just pop over to another campsite and see if they have extras. quietly to Turkey. Where are the other campsites? I have heard the girls from downhill all evening, but I don't know where they are. I don't know, man, his first year counseling, but Magenta said human nature was in the valley. Did you see that raggedy ass trail leading downhill when we were headed up? Like 20 m past the last cabin. I did see it, but it didn't look like it had been used recently. You sure that's right? Yeah man, that's where the trail is on the map. It is around the right area, but the map even has written on it not to scale. Some sites may be overgrown. Alright man, that's about right. I go down towards the trail. About 9:30 p.m. so it's dark. I've got a whistle, my Mora companion, blade bathed in white ash, so it works on demons, and headlamp. Get to trailhead. It's a bit dark, but not so much that it's oppressive. I head into the trail. About 5 m in, it suddenly turns from undergrowth to grass underfoot. This is odd. All the undergrowth is getting thinner too, but the path is still very defined for something 20 years old. Suddenly no undergrowth. Just trees. Eerie almost brightness. Don't even need my headlamp. It's a new moon, so this is goddamn weird. The section of forest I'm in looks very new, thin trees, low ground cover, no bushes or mid-level plants. The feeling I get in it though. It feels old. Like walking inside a tomb old. I keep walking, more to distract myself from how weird this section of forest is. I realize that I don't hear the girls anymore. They're normally very loud, being teenage girls. I stop. Everything in the world stops around me. Not even insects are chirping. I see fog slowly filling into the valley. It's now bright in there, despite being a new moon. This place is not good. I'm actually getting goosebumps describing it. A stream runs down the center of the valley. Shallow, but still a stream. I don't know why, because every fiber of my being said otherwise, but I continued on the path, crossing the stream. Once I crossed, a wave of the most powerful feeling hit me, one I can't even articulate to people. The best way I can describe it is like feeling with every oz of your body that something is the most despicable evil that has ever existed. This place was bigger than me, bigger than the forest. I should not be there. I was more scared than anything. Since there was nothing to fight, I ran further down the path. I don't know why the hell I did it. Every step carried me further into it, but I couldn't stop. It felt like I had run at least a mile or two, but it was probably no more than a few hundred meters. I am not afraid of admitting that I was almost in tears at this point. It's so much easier when there's something to focus your fear on. But when there's nothing, it just takes over. Suddenly. Offside of increasingly dispersing path. Glow of campfire. Sound of girls talking in low voices. Stumble towards campsite. Magenta's voice, much shakier than normal. Hello. Who's there? I try to be as calm as possible, to avoid spooking the campers, although I realize that they are already unsettled as it is. Hey Magenta. It's Hawkeye. I'm coming out of the bush. Oh, good. What do you need? I'd totally forgotten what I was there for. Just popping by. Cool, she says, then gestures me to come over to her, away from the campers. Hawkeye, what the hell are you doing? Was that you? Where did you come from? Why are you here? I was getting something. Wait, was what me? What do you mean, where did I come from? You took that path, right? She looked me in the eye, and for a second, I see the same look that must have been on my face minutes earlier, when I realized what I was feeling. She shook her head just slightly, and I could feel the color drain from my face. This was a bad idea, Hawkeye. What are you going to do? She told me how it felt much safer at the campsite, with the fire going. She certainly wasn't going to lead them out through the forest in the dark. Khaleesi was also new, and didn't know how to get anywhere, so it was up to Magenta. She said she'd stay up all night and tend the fire. Keep the flames hot and large. I looked her in the eye and asked her if she'd be okay. She said yes, but didn't sound convinced. I remembered why I was there, and grabbed some extra tortillas, because damn it, I'm not going to go home empty-handed. Magenta shows me the path they took. Old, but completely different from my ingress route. I make it back on the other path. I feel it as I leave the campsite, but it fades as I walk away. Make it to a big, well-maintained path. Holy crap, this is the same one the other path led out on. Walk back towards camp. Pass where it should have been. What? It's not there. It's like the path closed up. Some of the thickest forest I've ever encountered where that damn path should have been. I know that's where it was because there was a large boulder opposite of it. Anyways. Make it back to Tatanka where my boys have been waiting for me. Turkey yells to me as I walk up. Hey Hawkeye. Where have you been? Did you walk all the way back to the kitchen? Ha ha ha. I realize it's like an hour and a half later. Yeah. The girls didn't have any. Come up, let the older boys take over teaching the younger ones how to make campfire jacks. Pull Turkey aside. The girls had tortillas. What? Don't ever go to human nature. There's something else in that forest. What do you mean? I have him look me in the eye. He sees that I'm not joking. Turkey. It is not a good area of forest. Never go there. Okay man, I won't. We go to bed, but I can't sleep in my hammock. I kept having dreams about the forest. The next day. Wake up. Have campers rekindle fire, since it burned down. Pancakes on griddle we hauled up. Clean upside. Pack. Head back to camp. Get equipment put away, send campers with Turkey to get showers and stuff. Magenta pulls me aside outside the dining hall, but away from campers. She has bags under her eyes, obviously from lack of sleep. Hawkeye, did you sleep last night? Not well, I kept having dreams. About the forest. Yeah. Hawkeye, if I tell you something, do you promise you'll believe me? You felt it, you know what it was like. Sure Magenta, go ahead. Every girl either talked in their sleep last night, or woke up crying at some point in the night. We didn't eat breakfast, we just got out of there. Every girl. Every damn girl. I swear to you. I heard them, I didn't sleep a second. I was tending the fire. I don't know what would have happened if it would have gone out. Okay Magenta, it's okay. I believe you. That's about it? Go home 4 days later. I don't know what the hell it was. But that's it? Sorry for the long post time, I'll compile it into one big image and post it next time.
Dude, I know that feeling. Went through an old brickworks near my house. Rumor has it that some kid got stabbed in the tunnels, and as soon as you step into it you have that feeling of instant dread. You feel as if your body is being gently squeezed by some other force. Shit's jacked, yo.
Exactly. Trying to articulate it to someone who hasn't felt it is impossible. You need to feel fear inherent to the place. It's everywhere. I can't ever go back. Magenta won't even talk about it. She yells at me whenever I bring it up. We've been close friends for years, but she won't talk about this. Oh. On the master map, which is a hand-painted, contour lines and everything, map on a wooden board, which all the other maps are based upon, there is a red smudge between the path to human nature and the last cabin, right where my path would be. I shit you not. I think someone had a double meaning when they named the campsite human nature. Whenever I think of human nature as a concept, I think of conflict, war, hatred, and violence. The first person to found a campsite gets to name it, but nobody I've asked knows who founded human nature. It's just always been there. I'll never go back. Camp is a wonderful place that has a special meaning to me, but human nature is something else entirely.